So hello, welcome back. It is time for another Manchester United career mode episode, and it's episode number 2. You guys showed your incredible support for the first episode of season 5, and you bet we are back better than ever for this season. We are finishing off on a high. If you have not seen it, make sure to check it out below, but we pretty much established our main goals for the entirety of season 5. We want to win as many trophies as possible. We want to win every single trophy we're competing for. I know that sounds a bit ludicrous, a bit out there, but hey, we've got the squad to do it, we've got the team, and I also want to achieve invincibility in the Premier League. Considering Liverpool absolutely bottled it against Watford on the weekend, I still can't contain myself of laughter from that. We're going to go after it. We're going to come after Arsenal's record in the Prem. We're going to lift up that golden Premier League trophy because we want to be the second team ever in existence to be invincible in the Premier League. What an achievement that'll be, but we do have a strong title race going on right now. Spurs, Man City, Liverpool, and even Chelsea are still very much in it. We did win 2 pieces of silverware in the Community Shield and UEFA Super Cup last episode, but this is how our pretty much month and upcoming fixtures are looking. We've got another game up against Spurs, our last Champions League group stage match. Monte Calcio back in the building. We also have a lot of derbies here with Liverpool and Man City. A few easy games to end off December, entering the new year 2024. It is a Euros year. It is Netherlands' time to shine, and we are facing Liverpool 4 times in the space of 2 months. We've got a semi-final up against them in Carabao Cup, 2 legs in that one, and then entering February, we're going to have our Champions League round of 16, and we're also going to be having games against Man City and Chelsea, and sprinkle in a few international friendlies against Iceland and Belgium, and we've got the perfect few months ahead of us. I did say I wanted a bit more of a casual approach heading into this season, and Sir BCHD has taken that to the extreme. I mean, he should be on the first plane to Paris Fashion Week. I mean, Sir BCHD is looking fresh. He's showing off the abs, the 6-pack. He's been hitting the gym in the off-season, and he is just going to showboat around this season. He is just sitting back, relaxing, letting the team do the job. Moral of the story is, get a man that can do both. He can take Manchester United back to their glory days, and on the other hand, he's a model on the catwalk. I mean, such versatility in this man. It is unbelievable. Well, considering we didn't really spend all too much money in that, we spent no money, I should say, in the transfer window, I want to take a look and see how other teams are spending their money. What do we have to compete with this season? And I'm a bit disappointed here. The highest paid move was Christian Eriksen to Real Madrid. Finally, he's out of Man City. He's been haunting us for years. 64.2 million. He's headed off to the Santiago Bernabeu. However, the citizens and Pep Guardiola have replaced him with a near £60 million move for Dani Olmo. Don't know how I feel about that one. I think he could still be as OP as Christian Eriksen, but they offloaded the Dane there, and Hermoso is off to Borussia Dortmund from Leicester City. We also, Arsenal have a Newhouse coming in as well. Medet going to Bayern Munich. Not too many transfers affecting us. It is Arnie Meyer off to Chelsea. Andreas Christensen will join our bitter rivals in Liverpool, but he's out for 4 months for 55.7. Just a lot of minor moves going on, I guess. They did sell Konate, Liverpool. Liverpool also picked up Wesley, the Brazilian striker from Schalke. It was just a very low-key transfer window. Oh my gosh, Daniel James, I sincerely apologize. I have left him on red about 40 times in a row. We're going to reply to him. I'm just sorry. Yeah, leaving a lot of players on red. We are not replying to anyone at the moment. I feel bad. And we've taken a bit of a sting here. Paul Pogba has received an injury, a torn calf muscle. Who'll be fit in 5 weeks, so he's missing a good chunk of action there. Big month. We do have a few more things to go through, but now we're going to get into this match up against Spurs at home. It is first versus second, and it's a good old foggy afternoon here in the Premier League. Manchester, Old Trafford is the location, and it's a top-of-the-table clash. We're coming after that crown once more. We're defending our Premier League title, and we are, of course, aiming for that invincible reign. You guys must be sick of versing Spurs for now, because we have taken them on so many times. And here's our starting lineup today. Not too much changing. De Ligt will sit this one out at the back line. Of course, Paul Pogba is injured for this one, and it will be big old Marcus Rashford, the captain, returning to that sole striker position. We have liftoff here today. First game of the episode. Let's get to it. And here we go. Mason Greenwood on the run. He's going to put on the afterburners. And the Englishman, he's proven his worth in the Champions League. Now the Premier League has come calling. And what a save from Lopez. Well, Greenwood intercepts that throw in. He's a quick thinker. And now Fabian, who's got a weapon of a left foot, he won't unleash. He'll give it off to Marcus Rashford, who'll have a go. And that should have been in the back of the net. Marcus, come on, son. Let's see if the Serbian gets his head on this one. And it's at the back post, Mason Greenwood. And that went all the way. All he needed to do was get it on target. So here we go. The subs we're talking about: Kai Havertz, Rashford, and Greenwood coming off for Joao Felix, Rodrigo, and Jadon Sancho. We need a bit more flair. We need a bit more attacking juice up top in order to get this machine rolling. We will win the header. Back over. Rodrigo, the number 16 now. He'll get the shot, and Lopez with the save off the deflection. I'm speechless. I'm lost for words, boys. How did we throw that game away? Anyway, we don't lose our invincible run, but we lose our 100% record. It is our first draw of the season, and that's not a good way to start off this episode. We'll go again. We all know finishing on top of our Champions League group is going to be crucial on who we receive in the round of 16. So we're away against Juve. In order to close off the group on top, we've gone for our third choice team here. We've got Martinez up top, which I'm sure a lot of you guys forgot that we picked up Lautaro on a free contract. He'll be making his debut. And something that I do need to address before we get into this one is that there will be no Club World Cup. Unfortunately, with the mod I was using, and because due to the fact we started this career mode so early, it doesn't impact this save whatsoever. Only new saves that are made after I applied the mod. So unfortunately, United won't be able to have their shot at winning World Glory to become world champions, and the Club World Cup dream is over. You always gotta look on the bright side, I guess. Now we're in the Champions League. It is first versus second in the group. The no Club World Cup feeling kind of stings because I promised it to you guys last episode, and now I just found out it doesn't work. And here is our Piemonte Calcio lineup. They got a pretty strong starting 11. They still got Szczesny in goal. They have Marco Reus to take off the bench as well. Heung-min Son, Oyarzabal, Neres, Emre Can, Fekir, Fornals in the midfield. And they have a pretty solid defense to boast as well. Alright, kick off here tonight. We're away in Turin, and we're after all 3 points. If you're loving the Manchester United series on the channel 5 seasons in, make sure to smack a like down below, hit subscribe, turn on those notifications, show your support, and also comment down below. And also make sure to drop me a follow on Twitter. The link's in the description. It's not that hard. It's only a few clicks away. Now Lautaro Martinez has his first strike on goal, and the Argentine really wants to get his first United goal. Been trying this corner tactic all game. Let's see if the Lit can pull this one off, and it looks like he might. He's put that over the bar. Bruno Fernandes. We have Martial making the run. Lautaro cuts back for Gomez, who finds the ball through to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes unleashes, and Szczesny with another big save. No. The first chance of the game for them, and De Gea comes in clutch. I did not press any button. I did not. Delete did that, but automatically. I didn't press a button. He automatically, the CPU slide tackled in for me. I don't even understand why that even happened, but De Gea, if you could be a hero against your fellow countrymen, gets in the bin. We finally have justice being served. Oh, Lautaro wins it. Bruno Fernandes sees Gomez on the outside. Can the Englishman cut in? And again, for the last chance of the game, Szczesny. How's he saved that? Gomez, can he be the hero? Gomez to cut back. It is Martial, who's crowded out. Back over to Bailey, the Jamaican, gets past his man. Back to the drawing board, I guess. I'm just absolutely... It has not been our day. It's not been our episode so far, and we continue to struggle. As they say, we move. We're going to focus on our youth academy. We are back on the youth squad grind, and finally, Daniel Galliano has turned 16, so we can promote him to the senior team with 88 to 94 potential. The Argentine right winger will be the first of his kind. We had to promote a player to the senior team, but it looks like we're going to have to release someone. I'm probably looking towards Matthias Martin. He's just showing great potential. Yeah, it's got to be one of these guys. I guess Martin will have to release him, unfortunately. And Daniel Galliano, welcome to the senior team. We're going to promote him right now. And this is the exact reason why we sacrificed Martin. The Argentine finally in the team. He's finally edited. We've got him fitted out in some brand new Nike boots. The 16-year-old has potential to be special. It reminds me a bit of Messi right now, but Daniel Galliano, I've been waiting to promote you for so long now, and finally you can slot straight into our youth academy starting 11. As we have a trip to Goodison Park, just like United in real life, they drew this one 1-1 before the Manchester derby. We're going to face them away in Merseyside, and we take a 3-0 win. 2 goals from Mbappe, 1 from Skriniar. We finally get 3 points on the board this episode. And our brand new updated academy training, we've got Galliano, the new boy, boy, and 2 drills. Coencial still on his 2, and Lewis still has that pass into the mini net drill, and hopefully the Argentine can get a few bumps in his overall, start improving and developing. And the question on everyone's lips, who will be 2023's Player of the Year? And I'm honored to say that we have 3 out of the 4 nominees right here. 3 Englishmen up against the ex-Premier League star Eden Hazard. We have Rashford, Sancho, and the boy Greenwood even getting a nomination in there. So we got a 75% chance of winning the Balon d'Or, literally up there with the Barcelonas back in 2010, I believe, where it was Xavi, Iniesta, and Messi all nominated for the Balon d'Or. United have only gone and recreated it right here in 2023. However, there could only be one winner, and I'm pretty sure the statue's being built outside Old Trafford as we speak. The golden boy, Marcus Rashford, the English sharpshooter who's been our top goal scorer for 3 seasons in a row. But the sheer amount of trophies, the glory, the happiness he's brought back to United, he's risen this club straight to the top single-handedly. The Red Devils have conquered world football, and it's much thanks to this man right here, one of the main protagonists in this squad. And I guess it seems like the rest of the world agreed in the peak of his career. He's one of the world's best at 93 overall. Did win us the World Cup as well. So I guess he's done it all in his career, and he's still got many more years ahead of him. And we're going to go into 2024 even stronger. And the Champions League round of 16 draw has been complete. And how have we gone ahead and been drawn up against PSG? What is this fraudulence right now? I got no clue. As Piemonte Culture, okay, they came up against Bayern, so I guess we would have got either side of the draw there. That was a bit unlucky, but we're going ahead to Paris. We're going to take our magic to France. A few more fascinating matchups in the round of 16, which I am keen to see how they all play out. We might be low, we might be battered and bruised from our dreary start to this episode, but it's a Manchester derby. City, you don't want this smoke at home at Old Trafford. And let's go ahead and get our first dub of the episode. We return for another Premier League mega match, and of course, the Manchester derby. It always goes off, it always pops off. And how are we feeling, City, after that little Champions League ban? UEFA are coming after ya, and United are on the ascendancy, especially in real life as well. Can their lawyers fight off UEFA? It's going to be a really sumptuous battle. And here is how we line up for Derby Day. Jean Oblak, of course, in net. We have Milan Skriniar, Koulibaly returning to the back line. Jadon Sancho returning back into the starting 11, facing his old academy team. And here we go. We have liftoff. The number 10, the Balon d'Or winner. He pretty much should have had his Balon d'Or presentation before the match today. That would have been the ultimate flex, but hey, we've got more important matters on our hands. The 3 points and bragging rights. Another dangerous free kick area for Man City. And look at this, Koulibaly to clear away. Mbappe got there first. And now we're looking to counter-attack. The counter-attack of dreams is on right now. Mbappe just turning on the afterburners all the way from his half. Cuts inside. And now the Frenchman has some space to maneuver. He will cut. He will send the Man City defenders to the shops. And that is the first goal of this episode. Finally, we've got some action to report on. And it's big old Kylian Mbappe, the number 29. And he'll go straight to the fans for that one. It's a Derby Day masterclass. And he's taken that. That was like World Cup-esque what he did to Argentina in the round of 16. He took it all the way from his own penalty box. And he bloody smashed that one into the top left-hand corner. A pole driver. The Man City defense all over the place. And that was bound for the top left-hand corner before it even left his foot. And Sir BCHD can finally celebrate. Get one up over Pep Guardiola. Thanks to that man there. Finds his way out of that situation. Look at Kevin De Bruyne go off the post. And that was a lifeline. Well, with 10 minutes to play, I'm looking to go all out. Havertz, Rashford, and Mbappe are coming off for Joao Felix, Mason Greenwood, and also we have Rodrigo coming on. Back over to Rodrigo. Rodrigo inside to Fabian. And now Joao Felix finds the easy ball out to Mason Greenwood. This would surely be a fairy tale ending. And there we go. The 3 points in the 90th minute. Big old Mason Greenwood at the Stretford end. I'm losing my voice here. It was a brilliant little combination. The way he lost his man as well. And on his favoured left foot, he just slots it past Edison. And the number 26 gets another goal to add to his collection. And that's the look of a confident manager. He knows the 3 points are secured. And it's his first Premier League goal of the season as well. And that's it. The ref's seen enough full time. And it wasn't a game of too many chances, but we took them in context to how the league title race will form towards the end of the season. It is a very huge 3 points we've picked up, and a massive derby day win, of course. So it's just how it is. 2 derbies in a row. Last game of 2023. Let's take it to Anfield. Let's get these 3 points against Liverpool. And I guess if Watford can do it, so can we. That should be the mentality we're going into this game with. I mean, at Anfield, I know it's a different ball game, and this is how the table is shaping up. We slip off first place, but we do have a game in hand. Of course, Liverpool are in the top 4 with 40 points, so this is a crucial game for them. And it's a pretty stock standard Liverpool side. A bit of a strange choice with Luis Alberto starting in the centre forward position. And of course, we're rocking with our strongest starting 11. Matthias de Ligt returns at the back, and we also do have Marcus Rashford in up front. He didn't score against City, which disappointed me, but he's ready, backfiring for this one. All right, let's get it. Luis Alberto will get the show on the road. It is time for another away day masterclass. Now Marcus Rashford is all he is, over to Milinkovic-Savic, and the space is just open wide for Kylian Mbappe to slot it home. And Alisson, that was a brilliant save. Mane, big tackle. Skriniar, that was a physical one. And how is that a free kick? I have no idea. Wan-Bissaka brandished a yellow card. Can hit them from the free kick. So we got someone on the line, and it won't be enough. How has he squeezed that through? Milinkovic-Savic, you had one job, and it's Luis Alberto to get the opener from the dead ball position, from the dead ball spot. It is the Spaniard who we crucified before the match. We had our doubts before the match. The wall didn't jump. That was another key factor in them getting the goal. But the number 24 right in front of the cop, off the post and in. And that was simply unstoppable. Intercepts it beautifully. And that's a brilliant through ball into the path of Marcus Rashford. And you just knew it was the perfect response as well. Right in front of the travelling United fans. And he finally gets his derby goal he's been craving throughout this entire week. Missed it against Man City, fired blanks, but now we've gotten the perfect equaliser response just before halftime as well, with Kai Havertz threading that one through, and he eased it past Alisson. 1-1. We are back on level terms. Rashford now, Mbappe. Oh, this could be dangerous for Liverpool. It's a miss hit from Mbappe. He just air swung. I've never seen that before. And now Rashford's still lurking in on goal. He'll cut back inside. He sees the run of Mbappe. This could be 2. It is 2. And it's a double. Kylian Mbappe gets in amongst the act. And again, right in front of the travelling fans. Half an hour in. And we have turned the tables right here. It is a misery compiler. And it's Marcus Rashford who drew the entire, 2 defenders. And Mbappe just literally ended Van Dijk's career in one turn. But Mbappe absolutely ruthless in front of net. It is 2-1 to Sir BCHD's United. Big into the middle. Milinkovic-Savic off the free kick as well. I didn't even plan that. We just crossed it in. Hope for the best. And Milinkovic-Savic, we all know how deadly he is from the set piece, especially from the corner. But I didn't realize he'd be a threat from a little free kick into the box. And there we go. 3-1. We get that 2-goal cushion. And it came from the most unexpected scenario I ever thought of. I literally set it up on a silver platter for the number 8 to smash home at the near post. And we go 3-1 up on enemy turf. Oh, here we go. Liverpool trying to come back. And it's that man, Luis Alberto. We haven't seen him since the free kick. At his first chance, he gets the goal. 3-2. As soon as we put our subs on, it's going to leave for an entertaining and a fascinating 15 minutes to play in the derby. Sweep on through us. The defense left helpless. And yeah, they just fell asleep, to be honest. We're going to see our subs come on in just a minute. There you go. Joao Felix, Dybala, and I believe Greenwood coming on. And now we go again. We either get the 4th and shut up shop, or shut up shop now. It's going to fall to Paulo Dybala. Oh no, look at Liverpool trying to get on the attack here. Mohamed Salah breezes past. De Ligt. And oh my goodness, I held my breath there for a second because I thought that was going to nestle into the top corner. Now Wan-Bissaka wins the ball back. Paulo Dybala, can he redeem himself? The Argentine now fancies the left foot finesse to end off the game, and it's off the post. And it doesn't matter in the end that will be that against Liverpool, a 5-goal thriller. We look incredibly short against Jurgen Klopp, but anywho, we get the 3 points. It's all that matters. And here, back with some more youth academy training, it is Cohen Xiao up to a 72 overall, and Galliano gets up to a 64, his first boost of the season. So I think it's safe to say that we've got the rest of the year on lock. The end of December looking rather easy in there with Brighton at home, Fulham, Stoke City, and Tranmere Rovers in the round of 64 in the FA Cup. I think we'll go straight to our Carabao Cup semi-finals up against Liverpool. Alright, so now in the new year, we'll check in on our results to end off 2023. It was a 4-0 win against Brighton and Hove Albion. At home, at away against Fulham, it was a 5-0 win. Stoke 4-0, and Tranmere Rovers a 4-0 victory. So 4 games in a row, 4 dubs, 4 clean sheets. Bit of news to report on from the injury table though. Matthias de Ligt, he suffered a sprained knee injury and he'll be out for 4 weeks, so that's a big loss for us in January. Alright, we're at home for the first leg. We're going to put in our strongest starting 11, and now Liverpool. Let's see what they can bring to us. Let's hopefully get a bit of a lead going into the second. Okay, 2-0 up. Milinkovic-Savic and Mbappe on the score sheet, just like we were at Anfield. Now we travel back there in hope of getting through to the final. And the things you love to see, UEFA Team of the Year 2023 forward shortlist. It is just full of red. Rashford, Sancho, Greenwood, the 3 Balon d'Or nominees alongside Kingsley Coman. Alright, returning for the second leg, it will be De Ligt back in the starting lineup. The best team is going to face them away from home, and let's see if they can birth us into a Carabao Cup final. And it's 1-1. We will progress through an aggregate 3-1. And there we go. It's another day out at Wembley for all the fans and another piece of silverware, hopefully, to add to the collection. And back on some youth academy training, Galliano goes up to a 65. He is growing exponentially at this rate. And look who's going to meet us there. Right here with us, Manchester City will be joining us in the final. It's going to be a Manchester derby to fight it out for the EFL Cup. They recently just did win it in real life. And the undefeated record in the Premier League remains intact, 70 points. We still only drew 1 game. Now we're up against Liverpool just only days after we secured our finals berth. Now let's go ahead at home. Surely we can get the 3 points against them, against the Reds, and it's a 0-0 draw. Okay, I did not see that one coming, but hey, it's our second draw of the season. We're allowed to drop points here and there. And in the last remaining hours of deadline day, Joao Felix receives an offer from Barcelona for £164 million. You know we're not going to sell him, but it's just funny to see these clubs try and throw cash at the situation. Yeah, we're not letting him go. And even though we didn't plan to do any business, it's exactly what happened, though. Fosu Mensah went out on a pre-contract. He will be joining Toulouse at the end of the season, the 26-year-old Dutchman. This cheeky £500 million is just going to be stored away for a rainy day, I guess. We got really no use for it. A bit of bittersweet news to head into our big derby match against Man City. We have Kylian Mbappe going down 1 overall to a 93. Not too sure what that's all about, considering he has scored 24 goals and 7 assists this season. And then Kai Havertz has just randomly out of nowhere become the highest rated player at the club, now at a 95, a +2 this year. He's been having a resurgence season. It is the German just dominating, taking over with 28 goals and 14 assists, and he has really recovered from losing his favoured number 7 to Ronaldo. Now, I was going to give the Youth Academy lads a run out today. Unfortunately, I'm thinking of doing that in the next episode in the Carabao Cup final, considering we want that invincible streak. We do want to remain undefeated, so I didn't want to risk it. We're out here today at the Etihad searching for another 3 points on enemy territory. It is a star-studded Manchester City lineup, the captain Kevin De Bruyne. Meanwhile, it will be Matthias de Ligt, Milan Skriniar, our centre-back partnership, Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, and Paul Pogba does return to the starting 11. Jadon Sancho, of course, against his former club, and Marcus Rashford is the Derby Day specialist and also the captain. The huddle, the team huddle. Look how intense, look how passionate they all are. The Reds ready to take him down, and Mateta will get us kicked off. Now Philip Foden, the man of the match in the Carabao Cup in real life, and nearly gets past Jan Oblak. Over to Paul Pogba. On his return, he'll do a little flick, and now the number 6 goes for it off the crossbar, off the frame of the goal. That's the closest we've come, and Man City are trembling. Back to the number 6, and he'll have another shot, and it's over the bar this time, off target. Offloads through to Matthias de Ligt, of all people. And now it's back to Milinkovic-Savic. Oof, that was a snapshot from the Serbian. Who'll find the ball. And Havertz, that was a brilliant run. The German now with the low-driven strike straight at Ederson. But there, for Mbappe to finish it off. He'll pick up the crumbs. And there we have it. The breakthrough finally in the 60th minute. And it's that man Mbappe. He scored at Anfield. And now he's returned to the Etihad with an agenda. A certain swagger about us today going upfield. And now into an empty net. Ederson already made a miraculous save on Havertz. And that was all too easy for our Frenchman. And now the away end have something to cheer about. 1-0 to the Red Devils. Kevin De Bruyne. I'd be shocked if they get it in from here. Here's the Belgian. The wall will jump. They learn from their mistake, but Jan Oblak comfortable. Pogba has been brilliant. Been intercepting all of Man City's plays, and he could set up the winner here. Marcus Rashford, he is through and 1-on-1 with Ederson, and you just know that is going to be a goal. Paul Pogba, Man City pushed all their men forward, and now the number 10, the captain, celebrates in front of the fans. Surely now we've secured all 3 points at the Etihad, and Man City stunned right now. We dominated the first half. They sort of came back in the second, but now that Pogba made that rampaging run through the middle, he got a well-deserved assist and a well-deserved goal result for Rashford at the end. It's another sad day for poor Pep Guardiola. Can we kill them off for once and for all, humiliate them in front of their own fans? Mason Greenwood fresh off the bench, and now this could be a straight up massacre. Mason Greenwood on his favoured left, and Edison saves them from disaster. Could get the final say, and no, that will be full time. It is a 2-0 comfortable victory. We headed down the road. We got all 3 points. Now we're headed up back the happy pair. This episode, it's been defined by some big Premier League games, some wins on the road, and we also have some more sad news. A Season 1 favourite, Rafael Guerreiro, the now 30-year-old utility Portuguese left midfielder slash left back. He is now off to fellow Premier League club Brighton on a free transfer. Both of them are running out of their contracts, and yeah, we just let them go. Another man who have his last hurrah here in Season 5. And why not? Leicester is struggling. It's our last game of the episode. We'll simulate this one against the Foxes, and it will be the Youth Academy side, plus Cristiano Ronaldo and a few other helping hands. And let's see if they can get all 3 points. They're on 3 straight losses, Leicester, and it's a 2-0 victory. Henriquez, the next Neymar, comes off the bench to get the goal. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo, number 7, with the penalty, and it's a 2-0 win, 2 back-to-back as well. And that leaves us perfectly poised in episode 3 to face PSG in the round of 16 of the Champions League. We're headed off to Paris. We continue to thrive and gain success this season. Halfway stage report for you guys to glance over, but that will be that for today. If you did go ahead and enjoy it, make sure to smack a like on the video down below, hit subscribe, turn on those notifications as well, so you never miss out on any career mode content coming to the channel, and you just stay up to date with everything going on. Follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description. Also, make sure to comment down below. As always, I've been BCHD. Hopefully you did enjoy. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you all in the very next episode.